Good morning. How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday. Let's see who's here. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. If you missed it yesterday, I was live on Real Talk Bougie. I have a cough drop in my mouth, so excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. I was live on here last night. Let's see if I can make that work. Yes. Same email address. I've already got two. Francoise at francoisevlogs.com. Love Lies Lace Fronts at Gmail. I think we're good on email addresses, so I don't need to have three. But that's where I was last night. So if you did not catch it, I did share it on my community wall. I took my braids out. So if you want to check and see like what's doing right now, I need to go get my hair done. So that's something I'm going to work on today, getting myself a hair appointment. Because I would like to see myself with a certain look for my birthday, and I want my haircut. I need a good trim, and we need to do some self-care and some maintenance and handle things, right? So, but yeah, I took my braids out, and last night I felt like talking to you guys, and I was gonna come live over here, but I wasn't feeling it, I guess. I don't know. And next thing I knew, I was over there. So it was cool. And we had a nice conversation, and things flowed very nicely. And met some subscribers that I never met before that came out the bushes, because the vibe is a little bit more chill over there. Not that it's not chill here, it's just a little bit different because we're talking the shits and we're discussing other channels. Over there, other channels may come up because it's a conversational situation. And I do YouTube also, so of course I'm going to talk about YouTube. It's not like I'm not doing YouTube and I'm in some radio station or some podcast station somewhere talking YouTube. I actually do it too. So and so do a lot of you. So that's where we can talk YouTube, talk mom stuff, talk relationship stuff, talk whatever we want. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Loretta, good morning. She says, am I really first one? Am I really the first one here? Good morning, Bougie Gang. So sweet. Yes, you were the first one. Bougie Gang, Gang Star. Yes. Mary Blue. Good morning. Monique White. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Latasha Mosley. Good morning. Happy birthday, Mary Blue. That's you today, Mary Blue. Happy birthday. Mary Blue, we are going to have a Virgo birthday party. I need to figure out when and what we're gonna do, but we've got to do something. So today is the 24th. Let me write you down. Tomorrow is Tiffy baby. Mary is, I hope none of you mind. Maybe on, I can post on the community wall. And acknowledge your birthday. If you have a Virgo birthday coming up, let me know. I'm sorry, Leo, we didn't get to you, but we did wish Leo's happy birthday. And Leo season, guys, I'm so sorry. Is officially over. I have a Leo, and we know Strong Mommy Chrissy's a Leo. I don't know who else is a Leo, but my daughter is a Leo, and we did celebrate some Leo birthday this month. So, but all the Leos, I hope that you had a wonderful birthday, and blessings unto you. And I hope that you have a awesome and amazing year ahead of you. And that's it. And Virgos, girl, the same. Happy birthday, best wishes. Continue to be awesome. And I hope that you have a spectacular celebration and that your family and friends and loved ones bless you. Period. Okay. Cheryl Wise, Virgo Gang Gang. Good morning. I think I said Latasha Mosley. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Good morning. Good morning, Danny Love. Monique White 2 times. Let's see. Trinice, how are you, hun? Rose of Sharon, good morning. Moving in Silence, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Pineapples, how are you, hun? Natalie, good morning. Latasha, for the 3 times. Skeely, Anisha saying good morning to everyone. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, my screen just jumped. Anna B, good morning. Thea Divine, JJ, Treese Purdue, Erica, Brittany Blabber, Taylor. Guys, my screen jumped, so I'm going back to go forward. Anna B, Pineapples. I think that's where I left off before it skipped. Let me scroll back down. Ms. OKC, how are you, hun? If I rolled over someone, please let me know. Debo, good morning. GP, Treese, maybe for the 2 time. Good morning. VB, Queen V, good morning. If you're out there listening on the replay, good morning. Good morning. Gwen, good morning. Teely, Vicky, Ms. Chin, Ms. Corey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Anisha, 826. Y'all, we are so fortunate. We've got a Mary Blue today. We got Tiffy tomorrow. And we have Anisha the day after. Our family is so big, we're going to have a birthday every day. Isn't that awesome? And yeah, I need to get back on this because I was looking it up last week, some like Virgo YouTubers. And I knew Missy Lynn, I know Raven, Melinda Payton, I think is her name. And I know obviously there's more. If you didn't know, Taraji P. Hinton, Jada Pinkett Smith. We're gonna get some more. I'm gonna get my list as complete as possible. But we'll talk about that, okay? But I'm working on it. And any Virgos out here, happy birthday, hun. Let the shenanigans begin. Yes, I don't know how that happened, but I think it's just that good Virgo mojo, and we just attract each other, and they get it. They get it. So, and thank you because I appreciate that. That gives me a whole lot of space and opportunity to be me. Because when people don't get it, um, it fucks with it fucks with you, right? When people don't get it and you're just like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, okay. It makes you different. And when you can just be yourself. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys this morning, I almost didn't hit this go live button. Um, what made me come through, guys, I'm a do what I say. If I say it, I mean it. And if I say it, I mean it, and I'm certainly going to acknowledge it. Yes, Tasha's birthday is on, I think, the 20th. Yes, yes, she is Virgo Gang Gang. Yes. Tasha, you have officially been added to my list. Thank you so much, Moving in Silence. I appreciate that. But yeah, if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm going to do it. So I don't know. I just felt like let me show up. Now tomorrow, guys, is the first day of school. So schedule is gonna be different, and I would not expect me here at like the same time because it's the first day of school and all of that comes with that. So understand that yeah, things might look a little different tomorrow, so I got to work this new schedule out because We've had the whole summer. We were homeschooling, all of that, and, and then we went into hybrid school, so there was a lot going on, and I've been pretty much on these YouTube streets really, consistently almost every single day since maybe April last year. I never met a fellow Virgo I didn't like, Anna B. Yeah, because you get it. You get it. People don't always love Virgos, but Virgos love Virgos. And people who really love Virgos love Virgos. So, yes, absolutely. Um, guys, if you're just coming in, it's Mary Blue's birthday, so wish her a happy, happy birthday. Let's see. Did I say hi to everyone? I think I did. Okay, guys. All right. So, yesterday, this has been a weird damn August. Honestly, no offense to anybody, birthdays aside, August can go. But out of anything bad, any type of change, it's always something good. You know what I'm saying? I am definitely someone who embraces change. Good morning, Taylor. How are you, hun? Um, Virgo lady, good morning. 826. So 826, that's the same with Anisha. So Virgo lady 50 and Anisha, same birthday. Guys, I'm gonna have to do a damn quick spreadsheet today. You guys give me extra work, but it's okay because you know what? Again, the Virgo in me, I've got to have it be organized or else I can't do it. Debo, I think I had you on my list already. Maybe not, but I feel like I knew that. 916. That way, anyone with like birthdays. Okay. All right. I feel like I knew that already. J-Day, good morning. Tanita Caldwell, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. But yeah, guys, I almost didn't make it. I made it because I would have a worse day thinking about how I didn't show up. And I've get comments and DMs that you guys like getting dressed and listening. Tarot card bay, girl, what is the day of your birthday, hun? We're gonna have a big Virgo birthday party. How are you? Devly Creations, how are you? Tarot card bay, drop your birthday if you don't mind. I would have had a worse day thinking about how I didn't show up rather than being able to just kind of relax. So 922, you got a ways to go. You get to go through almost the whole Virgo season. So I guess maybe, and you know what, we missed well, we haven't missed August yet. August is not over. And it's just the beginning of Virgo season. I'm gonna call you when this is over and see if we can get something set up. I don't know what your calendar is looking like, but if we can get something set up to maybe talk to all of the Virgos out there, since it's Virgo season, it's still August, and then maybe we can roll into September somewhere in between, like my birthday and your birthday, for like September bougie badass readings. Um, so any of you guys who want like the quick 3-card reading, or I'm not sure what we're going to do this month, maybe it's a 1-card reading, I'm not sure, but go ahead and in my description box there's a link that says Ask Francoise. Go ahead and put your name on the list. Okay? Um and if someone could grab it, that would be awesome. There's a link, it says Ask Francoise, and just if you can copy that link and drop it down, you can ask your question, you can get on the list if you want to drop a birthday. Like I said, don't if you it says put your first and last name. If your first and last name is tarot card bay, that's fine. use your YouTube streets name so we know who you are. You do not have to put your legal name at all. And because I'd rather collect as little personal information that is circled back to your true identity as possible. We just want to keep it fun, and I don't really need a whole lot of information on deck on any one person. Um, so yeah, if you want to share your birthday with me, please feel free to do so and use that link to get online um, for the tarot card readings for birthday. And you can even use that link to ask questions. It comes directly to me through my website. Okay. Um, but yeah, guys, yesterday was weird. And last thing, don't forget to hit the like button. We have 161 here at 7:30 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning in LA, 5:30 somewhere in, maybe let's say, Colorado, um 6:30 in Central Time Zone, Texas, Louisiana. And it's 7:30 here. So that's notification gang, or you have come here so much that the algorithm just goes ahead and recommends it. So go ahead, hit the subscribe button, set your notifications legit, and go ahead, hit the like button for your girl. Okay. Um, but yesterday was really weird. And I just, this whole week, I don't know, tarot card, if you have seen in your cards anything in the collective about like a time for kind of exposing, a time for like self-awareness, some actualization, if you will. But there's been a lot of kind of pulling back the curtain, and all in this community, and it's just obviously a certain energy. The year of exposure, Mary's saying, it is the true self is being shown. But guys, this is the deal. It takes so much work not to be you. It takes a lot of work, and there's a lot of people working fucking overtime on YouTube to be something that they are not. Okay, whether it's a persona. Look, we all are very complicated individuals, and we have multifaceted personalities. You know what I mean? Like when you go into work, you check in, you're like this. You go home to your mom and you're like that. You're with your man and you're like this. You're with your babies and you're like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we all are consistently ourselves, but there's different aspects to our personality, right? But some people are certainly putting it on, and they're in character mode on a consistent basis. And hey, whatever, I don't care. Um, but it takes a lot of work, and people are being exposed, and it's not a good look, especially when you've had to build lies on lies on lies on lies. And I wonder if that's true. Is it because it's Virgo season, tarot card bay season of harvest? So we are going to see the harvest of the fruits that we planted. Yes. um so interesting, guys. If you are sowing bad fruit, understand bad fruit is going to show up. And I can't even say your name. Is it TR TR Easy? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Treasy? Trise, I'm not sure, but hey, good morning. How are you? Mastermind, good morning. So yes, that's an excellent point. There's clearly a harvest. There is some reckoning. There is just some revelation going on out here. Um, and the curtains are being pulled back. I me personally, what I've felt recently is just like it does feel a bit of anxiety. I'm just going to be really honest with you guys. It gives me some anxiety because I just, you see some realness in some people that is kind of just like, ugh. Tierce or terse. Um, it's interesting. It's interesting. Um, I don't know. To me, it just takes a lot too much effort. It really does. Um, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. I mean, I guess I have a whole lot of thoughts about it, and I guess once maybe I can articulate it, I can, but it's just it's interesting to watch. Um, I'm just a very alert person, and sometimes it's like the blessing and the curse of being a very observant person, and I always joke and like in my personal circle, which you guys will know now, I always say I've got like the eagle eye because whether I want to or not, I just notice very random, very specific details. Um, and it's weird. It's weird that you see a lot of things and then it's kind of like I've talked about a lot of stuff out here on the YouTube street. When I think about the last 6 months and stuff that I have talked about, and it's not so much to say, "Oh, I talked about it first." It's just more so like I'm just shocked that people did not see. Didn't you see that coming? More so, you know what I mean? Like, y'all, we talked about this months ago, or we talked about this last week. We talked about this yesterday. And it's just kind of like, I don't know. I'm just not the type of person that needs like a red flag, a rescue boat, a ambulance, a squad car, a SWAT team, and a thunderclap to come down to let me know what the fuck is going on. Like it just, oh, okay, I see you. And I keep it moving or I govern myself accordingly. Well, I govern myself accordingly, period. Sometimes I keep it moving. Sometimes I'm going to keep my eyes on the situation. Yes, trees discernment. And it's just interesting. I don't know. There are a lot of people out here who do live life with blinders on. There's a lot of people out here who are operating in zombie mode. And it's not to be a diss. It's just that there are going to be followers. There are going to be thinkers. There's going to be leaders. There's going to be people who are happy. There's going to be people who are sad. There's going to be people along for the ride. There's people who are creating the plans. I mean, everybody has a role. People have multi roles, whatever the case might be. Um, it's just interesting to really see the psychology and the sociology of it all play out through a computer with faces and names that you really don't know, but seem very real. In It's like a microcosm of the real world, and that you can pick up on people's energy through the computer. It's really fascinating to me. Um, and probably what made me click that go live button this morning, because I know that I have created myself somewhat of a responsibility, and part of my personality and part of my heart is to not let people down. So if I set an expectation, yeah, I'm going to come through to the best of my ability. So here I am. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning. And really also here because I love what I've created. This is like a baby that I love on every day. Whether it's my vlog channel, it's this channel, it's my new channel, just my just YouTube in general. YouTube has been um uh I don't want to say blessing and a curse, but anything that is wonderful has its positive and its negative aspects. So, for as much as the positives have come from it in terms of my own personal growth, in terms of skill set and doing things that I never thought that I would do before, and meeting lots of people, it's really been a great experience through the good and the bad, because even with bad experiences makes you relish the good experiences even that much more. Um, Me personally, I don't necessarily dwell on the bad. You guys know, and I did not coin this phrase. It was Nelson Mandela, a man who also dealt with lots of adversity in his life. He said, "I never lose, I learn." So that was not me. But it is something that I hold true to my heart, because losses are opportunities, and so are challenges, to be able to get it right. If you have the awareness, then is your opportunity to course correct or accept. You know what I mean? If you want to accept what is, that's on you. Most, other people will course correct. It just depends on who you are and what your personality type is. And are you tired of being tired? Me personally, yeah, I don't, I'm a course corrector. When I see shit's not going right, or I'm not getting the result that I want, I stick and move, okay? The old stick and move, right? Um, so yeah, it just, I don't know, it just hit me today, and I'm having a moment of some clarity of some things that I need to do, because when you see that things are going in a certain direction and that's not the direction you're going, sometimes it's time to say, like, okay, look at your plan, what are you doing? And I know we talked about this, Tarot Card Bay, when you did my reading. And but look, this happens for everyone, and I know that there's some people definitely who are probably having this thought, I hope, and not just sitting and with your face in your pillow and crying this morning, because some people really got the worst parts of them exposed over the last few weeks. And I'm not even just talking about in this sector. I watch a few channels that it's been on and popping, okay? In some other sectors that I watch, where it's like exposed, telling the truth, so and so this. I mean, from the stack of people in Kevin Samuels. There's a girl that I watch, Jessica X. They've been online all night talking. But she's in London, England, but a lot of her subscribers are here in the United States. So there have been people up all night talking across the Atlantic Ocean to a content creator, and they've been talking about some mess. And yeah, there's a lot going on over in that community. And then there's some other, the be love sector. There has been much, much going on over there. So don't think that this is just happening over here, guys. Don't think that the curtain's not just being pulled back here. It's being pulled back, I'm sure, all over YouTube, because again, it takes a lot of effort to not be you. And one thing that I can say about me is that I know you may or may not agree, and this is not a cult of personality. You do not have to agree with me. I know I'm consistent, and I just don't mean consistently showing up, consistently dropping content, because we all know that you can't debate those facts, right? But in terms of me as a person, I'm consistently snarky. I'm consistently bitchy. I'm consistently very considerate and compassionate and nice. Um, and I'm consistently helpful. If those are some things that I can be accused of in terms of you're this, you're that, yes, those things, that part, right? Um, Guys, really quick too, let me just make sure I'm saying hello to Facebook. And if you are over there on Real Talk Bougie, good morning. I am broadcasting over there too. For those of us who are not subscribed on both channels, if you're not subscribed on Real Talk Bougie, please don't forget to go over there, hit the subscribe button. I certainly would appreciate it. Thank you for showing me some love over there. And I'm trying to get my numbers up, as you know, and we will be doing some giveaways very soon. I just need to get it together in my head how we're going to orchestrate that. But yes, the Cash App is coming. Okay. Consistently trying to make things funny and light. Yes. Or yes, thank you, Brittany. You're so sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, but yeah, I look, people get really frustrated when I guess when the truth isn't being told. Hey, good morning, Motor City B. If that's you, Motor City B, I'm assuming Brandon. How do you subscribe? If someone could hit the drop the link. But if you just search Real Talk Bougie, it will come up. But give me a minute and I can drop it. But Brandon, if that's you, welcome to the chat. If it's a troll, welcome to the chat. Um, we certainly do appreciate you dropping in. Since you're here, I mean, are you here to tell us something about our good friend Liv Nicole, or are you you're chilling? See, guys, and Brandon, no shade to you. And if you've been watching, um, we've been talking about this, just the risks of inviting your man to your social media. I mean, you've been a nice guy out here. So let's this is someone who's presenting themselves as Brandon. Understand, we always have to give kind of a side eye, because there's some people who like to engage in foolishness and troll and replicate IDs. But in any case, no matter what, you popped in, so it's changing the topic. But there's some risks involved with involving your man on your YouTube channel, but this kind of fits right in. But yet, yesterday, Hazel, we talked about this a little bit last night. Hazel was live for 3.5 hours. And was Hazel talking for 3.5 hours? No, 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 no. She had some recordings of Keisha in the chat. Someone said the streets were talking, and they said, Karen Kaylee, okay? That had me on the floor, okay? But it's still posted, so if you would like to I don't know who Nicole is. Nicole who? Okay. Um so yes, so Hazel was live for 3.5 hours. She played the recordings from Keisha, and basically it was roughly about 2+ hours of audio. And I think that number one, I think interacting with Keisha, which you have to know, if any of you ever have the fortune, misfortune, whatever you want to see it, however you want to call it, um let's see, whatever you want to call it, is going to be what you know is that she's going to record you. um just a second. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Guys, bear with me for a second. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna try to ignore that. If something becomes bothersome in the chat, you guys handle it, because I'm gonna pay attention to my notes right now because I'm getting too distracted. In any case, but yeah, Keisha records conversations. So any of you that didn't know, now you know. And I guess a lot of people do that on YouTube. I don't engage in doing that. I think that's weird. If I need to have an interview with somebody, or it's a question and answer, then that's what I'm going to do. If I got to record you, I don't know. I'm just not into that. Um I know my word stands up, and I know that I don't necessarily have a hard time having people believe me. So I don't feel the need to record people. However, I understand why Hazel recorded her because Keisha records people. Keisha engages people in very long conversations. Keisha's the kind of person that when you get on the phone with her, you already have to set the expectation. Look, I got to go in 10 minutes. Okay. I got to go because she will keep you on the phone for a long time, a long time. And what happens when people keep you on the phone for a long time? You maybe say things you shouldn't have said, you do things you shouldn't have done, but oftentimes with Keisha, I think Keisha can trip some people up, which is why she engages in this tactic because she's been successful with it in her past. However, yeah, it was flipped on her the other day because she talked her motherfucking ass off to Hazel. And really, to me, there were not any one revelation of truth with her because we'd heard all these things before if you're watching Keisha, but we'd heard snippets here, snippets there. Didn't you hear when she said this? Didn't you hear when she said that? In one conversation, Hazel managed to hit on almost every single point of irritation, contention, dispute, everything, and Keisha was really on the offensive to where she was answering questions. Hazel, who received the phone call, Keisha called her. So I said that yesterday. I wasn't sure who called who. Someone in the chat yesterday corrected me, said it was Keisha who called Hazel. And yes, Keisha called Hazel. Um, Keisha was doing all the talking. Keisha was answering the questions. It was her phone call. Hazel flipped the script on her. Keisha was on the defensive. She was answering questions. She was defending herself. She was defending her position. Keisha basically thought she was going to do a power move and get Hazel to stand down, Hazel to turn down, Hazel to cooperate. Instead, Hazel brokered a deal. Hazel had Keisha have to relent and digress on speaking on her. If you saw that yesterday, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Keisha is a whole oddball dictionary. Keisha will take a word. Keisha is one of these people that you love to listen to talk because you're just waiting for her to try to use a word wrong. And it's so funny. Um, um, I don't find her snoozy, but yeah, I mean, she's interesting to me. I guess I don't know. I like see, it's less of the storyline for me as it is just more of the person and the personality. Some people could have like a super duper what seems to be boring channel. Um but when they have interesting ways, I'm going to put it that way, when their personalities show up, it's interesting to me, it really is. Girl, she's not even using that acting degree from, Spelman. She is her acting degree from Spelman. You follow me? She has created herself a character, and she even said that in the conversation that she has a persona as Keisha K. Lee, um, basically Buckhead Bougie, okay? And she has created this persona, but really and truly, yeah, she's from Atlanta, and she's a girl who had some smarts and got herself out of where she was from and got her education and used it to create a life and a lifestyle for herself that was better than the one that she had growing up. And it's not to say that it was a bad lifestyle. Her mom and dad worked hard, and she's been able to segue herself into a career where maybe she doesn't have to work manually as hard, um, but she's made herself into an entrepreneur, and That's how she sees herself, and that is her persona, and she works very hard to defend it. And one thing I observe with Keisha, and I'm not 100% sure of this, and someone who's a friend of hers would know. Keisha seems to be the type of woman who really, really, really holds a grudge. She's mad. I mean, clearly this is a woman who is holding a lot of hostility. And number one, that's not good for your face. It's not good for your spirit, and it's not good for your blood pressure. Okay. That could lead to heart problems over a course of time. And you could be as physically fit as you want to be, but pent up hostility and frustration is never going to do you any good. It's like shaking a bottle of soda. No matter what, it's going to blow when you open it up. Okay, period. Even if you have it settled down, you may have lost the fizz. Okay. So it's not necessarily a good thing, right? Yes. She's very hostile, okay? And she's mad about what's happened with Jeremy. And look, okay, you have a right to that. But at the end of the day, you have to understand where you are in your relationship, and you have to make a decision. Am I going to continue to um have a relationship that no longer serves me in the way that I want? If I were Keisha, I'm going to talk to you in acting terms. If the actor playing your love interest is no longer doing a good job, would you fire them? Are you going to flip the script? What are you going to do? Are we going to have a change in the season? Isn't it weird when we have a show that we love and you come back and they changed a character? It's still the same character, but they got a new actor, or unfortunately the actor passed away. There was a show, was it Rome? No, it wasn't Rome. It was maybe it was. It was no, it wasn't Rome. It was something else. It was on HBO. Anyway, it was a gladiator, something like that. And I loved it. The guy had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, passed away. They found someone that looked just like him. Let me say in some of you guys' terms too, Fast and Furious, homie that passed away, right? Um, Sometimes they're going to do a change in the character, okay, with the actor, not necessarily what the character is doing. And Keisha has to come to grips. Good morning, Troletta. Good morning, KB Kisses. Good morning, everyone coming in. Piano Praiser. Good morning, hun. Good morning, everybody. um Sometimes you just have to make a decision what you're going to do. You can't expect people to act different that are where they're at. You have to meet people where they're at. And I've said this a million times, and you guys know this. If Jeremy is with her, he's where he wants to be. For whatever reasons Jeremy is there, it's not really, I don't know him well enough as a character type and what he has shared to really understand his relationship with that woman. But what I'm going to say is this: if he's there, it's because he wants to be there. He's not a slave. He's not been tied up. He is reporting for work on a daily basis, whether it's on the Keisha Karen K. Lee show, or if it's just reporting in life as the baby fava and the love interest to this woman. um you got to make a decision. And if you want to be mad at him. And maybe she is mad at him, but it manifests out here on the YouTube streets. But at the end of the day, it's not good for you as a woman. And it comes through on your channel. It comes through as very divisive and catty, immature, and unattractive, just to be quite honest. For somebody who wants to display themselves as a very attractive woman, who wants to be on brand, who wants to wear beautiful clothes, who wants to have a makeup and hair done all the time, have your family look a certain way. At the end of the day, because you are operating out here so pissed It doesn't matter if you came out in a fucking ball gown. People know shit ain't right. Okay? It just doesn't matter. You can like somebody very famous once said you can put lipstick on a pig and it's still a pig, right? Um certainly I'm not calling Keisha a pig, but what I'm saying is this: you can have as much hair, makeup, window dressing, holding hands, intros, be in the kitchen, walking around topless, um any of that, you guys doing whatever you want to do, but at the end of the day people are going to get the vibe, what I talked about this morning. People aren't just making stuff up. um you can get a vibe through the computer. People learn you, they see your personality. We see aspects of people that even their best friends don't notice, because they notice certain things, but at a certain point you go eyes blind to people and their ways that you are close to. And then you exit one circle, you go to another, you look at like the rings around Saturn, the closest are going to feel the most heat, the ones further out are going to feel less heat, but they're still going to feel something because they're part of the grouping of the circles around in your circle, right? So I don't know. I mean, I think Keisha lacks some real self-awareness of her presence and how much of the story she tells, not even telling it. But the truthful moments that came out with her talking to Hazel, it all came out. And Hazel really did a magnificent job of carrying that conversation and hitting every single point of contention with her, from the YouTube streets, from LSA. I mean, she hit them all. Okay. And she addressed everything, the beef she had, which whether she had beef or not, let's just say whatever disputes. She also hit upon D. She hit upon for Lily. I think in the best interest of August, no matter how she feels and however that relationship has panned out between her and her friend, her former friend, however you want to call it. Um, I think in the best interest of someone who she really cared about and someone whose child that I'm sure she still cares about, um, she cleared the space. Okay? Because at the end of the day, guys, no matter what, when you when you don't fuck with people, you don't even have to argue. At the end of the day, I may not argue with you or you out here on YouTube streets, but I bet you I'm gonna argue with my sister. Why not? That's my sister. That's my blood. That's someone who I love and I care about and loyal to the soil. I'm not going to say that about everybody, okay? And but if I call you a friend, I'm sure I feel that way. But again, there is levels to this thing. But at the end of the day, in terms of who I am as a person and my integrity, I think Hazel demonstrated a lot of that for herself. And we just saw that no matter what no matter what the relationship with her and Lily is, there's a certain amount of respect for herself and for the relationship that was, to not throw any additional salt. However, no matter what happened with her and Lily, because I heard that there was some sort of interaction that was not positive. But at the end of the day, sisters fight. Okay. Sisters can go years without speaking. If these two really loved and cared about each other on a higher level to where I want you to be godmother to my son, it's going to be okay. Shit on YouTube is very stressful. And at the end of the day, hopefully these two can find their way back to each other, because finding a real friend is something very precious. And if it is, if that's going to be what it's going to be, good. And sometimes it's reason and season, and sometimes things come and go very quickly, and it's okay. It's okay, and you just have to move on. You know what I'm saying? But I really have a lot of respect for Octavia after yesterday, because Octavia showed up and showed out. And I certainly appreciated the clock in for a long ass conversation because she had time. Octavia had time last night, okay? Or yesterday, whenever that happened. Was it Sunday? She had time. And what you were not going to do, Keisha, was edit audio tapes. What you were not going to do was spin the narrative. What you were not going to do was use that conversation to further your agenda to smear Ashley, because at the end of the day, the fact of the matter is that you are angry because your man produced a son. Maybe you're just mad because he's got a son. Whatever it is, you need to reconcile, and you need to own that if you continue to have this character, this man, this fiance in your life, that this is something that you are going to have to respect and understand that this is your life, boo. And no matter how much you want it to be different, no matter how much you Billy Badass, no matter how much people you pay to be John Gotti, the shit is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be. You have a fucked up situation where you have to deal with your man and a overlapping timeline of children that are all his and not all yours. Okay? Period. That's just what it is. You're a blended family, and you are a family of the 2020s, okay? Because when you engage in the fuckery of putting together a relationship for YouTube, guess what you got? You got a family for YouTube. And if at all anything, this is a YouTube family, okay? And if I were you and you really want to be about your coins, I would put your big girl panties on, accept what is, get the fuck out of the way so the man can have a relationship with his child. And maybe Ashley cannot be having to think about you sideways all the time when she thinks about you, and that the bitch don't like you either. So that your man can have a relationship with his son. So you in the future, if you and Jeremy are together, you don't have an angry young man knocking on your door or coming to stay at your house because, bitch, he don't like you because you kept him from his daddy. Or a man who is sitting in a chair depressed because he's never gotten to know his son. How do you think, let me just put it in celebrity terms. I'll be sure. Yeah, he was with Kim Porter before Diddy. Okay. Quincy, Diddy's son, who he adopted, I'll be sure, allowed his son to be adopted by Sean Diddy Combs with a woman he never even married. But you were so out and about, I guess, when Kim Porter decided that she needed a father for her son and was going to be in relationship with this man and had multiple babies with this man, she allowed her son to be fathered by this other man. And I'll be sure has had health problems, drug problems. Is that the reason for his drug problems? I don't know, but men don't do well not taking care of their seeds, and it fucks with them. And it's not happy life for men. And we don't even want to talk about women who don't raise their kids. Okay? We already know how that is. It's not a good situation. And I'm talking about cut off and other people in place or weird situations. It's not good. So if you really are a caring, loving, and compassionate person, stop trying to be in everything. Handle your businesses, because you said you had to go because you got businesses to run, okay? You got multiple businesses. So why don't you get into your multiple businesses, and why don't you go back to finding all of your subscribers that ran off and handle that business? And I don't even mean that to be facetious or try to be silly or discredit. I'm certainly not. I'm being facts 100 over up in here, because at the end of the day, if you've got businesses to run, YouTube is one of them, and your YouTube persona fuels the other businesses, and you might want to get that on track, because if part of your YouTube persona and business is fueling the other businesses, bish, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get back to business. Exactly, Treese. Get back, get back to business. Mind your business. Handle your business. You got 3 daughters that are looking like they can use mommy at any moment, okay? All right? So you have plenty to do with the 3 that you already have and yourself. Girl, you could be busy with you all day. So handling those girls, girl. And by no way am I any of you out here who want to lean to your dim and delusional understanding. That means nothing other than what I said. Mommies are busy making lunches, cutting up cucumbers and tomatoes and baking cookies and washing lots of clothes and putting them away. Keisha's constantly playing child stylist. You could be filming more content. You could be doing a lot of things. So don't take that in a way in terms of your upkeep and managing of your children. You just have a busy job on your hands as a mother. All mothers do. If you don't, there's a problem. Any mother should be extremely busy. There's something you're not doing. There's a toilet that needs to be scrubbed. There's some groceries to be gotten. There's some lessons that can be learned. There's walks that can be had. There's hair that can be combed. There's any number of responsibilities to take care of. And maybe there's just naps and rest. Okay. But in all of that, we definitely saw the curtain peeled back. I don't know why it was such a revelation to Dee's audience when Keisha kept saying she didn't know what was going on with Dee and they felt like she was throwing Dee under the bus. We've heard Keisha say that a million times. Maybe they hadn't heard it, but we've heard it. I know I've heard it. I know some of you who consume a lot more Keisha than I do have heard her say a million times, like, Dee, she doesn't even really acknowledge you. Dee, she doesn't even mention your broadcast. Like, she doesn't claim you basically out here on these YouTube streets. And the fact that Keisha would even form her lips to say she's not even really up on Keisha's show when we all saw them sing whatever that rendition of Happy Birthday was to her mother. The Miss Sandra fan club over there. Are you kidding me? Keisha, stop it. Girl, stop. Girl. And then when she said something, and girl, I died when she said the police were at her house. Okay. That I lost it. Because I was like, she said, I got a whole legal system over here. He's foul as fuck, but he ain't gonna change. I'm telling you, if I could have got a little bit more of that transcript, I wish I could. You know how YouTube, if you click on something, you can get the transcript of the video. I don't know if you guys know that, but it's if you're on your computer, I swear to God, it could be like a play. He's foul as fuck, but he ain't gonna change. I'll digress on speaking on you. I got businesses to run. Octavia. To know me is to love me, Octavia. My priority is to be a mother. I'm a mother. I said, Jeremy, stop fucking on that girl. You gonna catch feelings. She gonna catch feelings. Well, he did too. Look, it wasn't my fault she was flawed and a liar. She's so Atlanta Southern. That accent I'm telling you, if you are from Georgia, I love, love, love a Georgia and specifically Atlanta accent. Love it. Okay. She's flawed and a liar. Brilliant Bree, that's you, boo. If you were listening yesterday, if you got through the hours and hours, what we learned about you, according to Keisha, is that you are flawed and a liar. Okay. Mm, okay. Um, when Octavia, now I'm, oh, when Hazel said, but where did D get the Texas from? Keisha couldn't say a word. When Keisha is a loss for words, my God. My God, that was just too funny. I was like, "Oops," and then in the chat, everybody was like, "Oops." Um, oh, this was the irony for me. This was the one when she goes, I don't do all that internet stuff. I don't do it. I don't know." And then later she says, "You know how this internet works." Okay, so you don't do the internet, so you're claiming ignorance, but then it's I've been on YouTube for 8 years and you know how this internet stuff works. Bitch, which one is it? Keisha, can the real Keisha Anderson, Keisha Anderson. Do you remember that? I Keisha Anderson. I was like, girl, what kind of declaration are we making here? That's why he got on one knee, okay? That's what? Because for the cuckoo crazy. Anyway, it was interesting. You guys, if you're not watching Keisha, it's not too late. She needs subscribers, guys. Some of her subscribers, there's like a missing persons report out for roughly almost, in my opinion, I know it looks like 5, 6,000. It's probably 10 because you gain and lose every single day. You gain and lose, gain and lose. A small channel like me, I gain and lose every single day. Just because my number might not move doesn't mean I didn't get subscribers overnight. It's you gain and lose, you gain and lose, okay? If it looks like 5 to 6, it's probably 10. I mean, that's my lame opinion. You don't have to believe me. But you gain and lose, gain and lose, gain and lose. If you look at your subscriber stats, anyone who has a channel, your back office, you may have a net gain of 8, but they're going to tell you actually got 12, but you lost 4. Were those 4 new ones? Did someone come and subscribe and leave and whatever they did? We don't know. They don't break it down like that. But you see a net gain of 8, but what you really don't know is maybe you got 12, but because 4 people did the Tootsie slide and left because for whatever reason you wore a red shirt, who knows, you didn't say hello in the chat, I don't know. Okay, so just because what we see doesn't mean that that's what it is. Okay, it was epic, it was epic. Now we've seen this in other places on YouTube that I've talked about exhaustingly, so we won't be talking about that anymore today. But the last thing we saw of an explanation yesterday, any of you watching my Jazzy Life last night, Jasmine immediately, like I click on, literally I got my notification, I clicked on it, she's got a Big Mac in her face. Okay, she's got a whole Big Mac in her face and she's quickly trying to put it down. What happened to, girl, could you have just ate your Big Mac and then clicked on? I mean, you're not on anybody's clock here. Yes, Tanita, you have a wonderful and prosperous day too. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that blessing, guys. Tanita is telling us all to have a wonderful and prosperous day, guys. Did I put a little extra stank on that? Everyone have a prosperous day. I must attend to my tasks that pay me. Absolutely. Boss moves, girl. Go right on ahead. Ain't nobody gonna stop you from doing that over here. It's all about the Benjamins, right? Okay. Shouts out to little Kim. Okay. Yes. But yeah, Jasmine came on live with her Big Mac and proceeded to explain, honestly, guys, I had to zone out because I don't have the time to invest in slow talk. So I will go and watch it on 1.25 or 1.5 today and get the full scope of what she was talking about. But the gist of it is I fucked up, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I fucked up. I was trying to get back at all of the people that roast and gag me on the YouTube streets, but because I am dim, delusional, I do not have any kind of critical thinking, and I lack in complete self-awareness. I oopsie daisy forgot all of the content that I have out there with other people and the footprint that I have out here on these YouTube streets that would have an effect on other people's channels. And I fucked up. Now, are these things, because I got 11, okay? Are these things that are going to have an effect on like a channel strike? No. Basically, it's a content claim. So basically, they are not trying to strike your channel. They're like, basically it's you can use my shit, but I'm going to recoup the dollars from it. Now Jasmine is don't look, Jasmine knows what she did, but I know she has a hard time explaining things, i.e. why I never bought when she told that fugazi story about Texas contacting her about a potential teacher's job, because I don't care if you were on a list, they are probably beating the bushes and scraping the bottom of the barrel for teachers. It's the beginning of the school year, and that's what they do. Okay. But at the end of the day, girl, you couldn't explain your way out of a paper bag, which is what I saw going on last night. So how are you going to teach the children of the United States of America that desperately need good math instruction? That's a no-go. Maybe you could do maybe K through 3, but your reputation precedes you, and that would be problematic. Anyway, she is trying to explain to everyone what she did, which basically it should have just been titled "I fucked up," because I was trying to get back. I was trying to take vengeance into my own hands, which, as a God-fearing woman, you know that's not your job, okay? But you were trying to be cute, and somebody probably talked to you about some sort of potential strategy that you could activate through the business partners that you have. And it's funny how you couldn't get through to them to turn it off, but you got through to them to turn the fucking shit on, right? Think about that. Bish, please. Okay. Now it's not a strike, it's called a content claim. So, or copyright claim. So if I all of a sudden played Megan the Stallion, this video would not be monetized, and whatever coin I made, Megan's not going to take my video down. She's just going to take my coin. Okay. Now there's a copyright takedown, which they want you to take down the video because they don't want it played, they don't want it used. And YouTube will give you a strike for that, for using people's content that does not belong to you, right? Because I'm not sure what the ramifications are of that to them, but it's enough that they want to penalize you because they are selling advertising. Think of it this way, they're selling advertising on what you're posting. They are under the impression that you are free to use said media, right? So in that vein, if you are not eligible to use that, I don't know if that gives them, like, do they have to refund money to advertisers that advertised during that time period because someone is saying that that was an illegal use of their media? Now, I don't not appeal takedowns. I've had 2 takedowns. I've had 2, and none of them stuck. Okay. There is some talk on the YouTube streets that somebody took down a video of mine, and that's absolute and total bullshit. Um, period. Now, I did recently have a lame ass do a privacy complaint against me, and I just went ahead and privated it because at the end of the day, good always wins over evil, and the truth comes out, and what's done in the dark comes to the light. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, it doesn't take a video. It's my walk. Okay. I don't need videos to prove who and what I am as a bad bitch out here on these YouTube streets. I don't give a fuck. Okay. If your win is a perceived loss of mine, you need to check yourself, because at the end of the day, you cannot plan your success on other people's failure. You just can't. That's a loser strategy, okay? Because you have to bank on them failing. And unless you are in the business of creating that failure, you can't guarantee that. All right? So I wish a bitch would. Let me tell you something. I'm getting ready to be 51. Okay? I've got a lot of time in this thing called life. And I've done a lot. I've done a lot of stuff that you guys are doing right now. I mean, I might have even done it first. Okay. I won't be doing it last, but let me tell you, I was doing it. Okay. I was in the clubs, hands raised. Okay. A good friend of my sister's once upon a time. And actually, she's still in the industry, in the entertainment industry. But she actually worked for Andre Harrell at the time that Diddy was just coming from being an intern, and he was introducing they were introducing some new acts to Uptown. And of course, this was in the late 80s, early 90s. And I went to a party. Anybody in New York who's of my age remembers a club called MK. There was an industry party for Uptown. Okay. And let me tell you something. Jodeci, Mary J. Blige. I mean, I don't even think Mary J. Blige's first album was out. Jodeci's was. But what I'm saying is this: understand, I've been there, done that, seen that, experienced that, all of that. Okay. So when I'm talking to you and I'm speaking to you from experience, at the end of the day, it's because I've done that. Okay. I've had my fun and I'm still having fun. My husband and I have a lot of fun. Us as a family have a lot of fun. So understand that just because you don't value somebody's age and wisdom, at the end of the day, that's your fuck up, because you cannot underestimate your, or rather should not, you can if you want to, you should not underestimate your opponent. And if you have deemed me worthy to be your opponent, bitch, underestimating me is probably one of the dumbest things that you could ever do. Okay. That's not smart. I'm just going to say it's not smart. But I have no adversaries out here on these YouTube streets. They may have me, I don't have them. I have no beefs out here on the YouTube streets. But once again, like I said, Jasmine fucked up, and she has made a decision to activate something in her, that management group that she deals with, that has taken her street cred to an all-time low. And that was dumb. That was really, 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 really dumb. And Jasmine, I knew what it was when I saw it, and I was unbothered and unfazed, because a lot of the videos that they picked up on were so old. I'm not making any money on them anyway. And it was fine. I didn't care. And whatever you do to fix it, it's fine. I don't have a problem with it, because at the end of the day, I can roast you with not one picture, not one bit of video, and I have an excellent memory. And I also know how to take copious notes, because I was raised at a time where we put pen to paper, and I know how to write some notes for that ass. And sometimes I do them in my phone. So at the end of the day, bitch, you ain't stopping no bags over here. Okay. Nobody is. Okay. Because you guys, I can provide enough visuals And you can use people's media at the end of the day. If people want to file a content claim on you, I'll just appeal it. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I mean, look, let me tell you something. The minute that I sit around and I'm worried about what other people are doing as it relates to me is the day that I close up shop around here. Let me tell you something. I am what they call agile, okay? Agility. So stick and move, okay? So you make a move, okay? I'm constantly making moves. I done made a move. The last time we went through Jasmine's videos, I was so exhausted from looking up her damn nose. You hadn't seen none of her content up on here since. When we did 3 days to break down her fugazi ass last video talking about that damn registry or whatever the fuck it was. We did a damn 3-day masterclass on that ass. I'm tired of looking at your face. Okay? Period. And if people need visuals, okay, you just might not get that over here. We're at a time right now where, bitch, I can't, I can't use content like that because it puts my channel in jeopardy of a strike, and it also fucks with my money. Okay. And we don't fucks with the church money. That was another thing that Octavia said that cracked me up, because I always love when people say that. It's an unfortunate face. You guys are silly. So yeah, at the end of the day, guys, yeah, this is, let me tell you something. You got to deal with a whole lot of shit out here on these YouTube streets, and if it don't make dollars, girl, it don't make sense. Period. And I'm talking about logical, rational sense. I'm not doing it, okay? I'm not. Period. Too much, too much, too much, too much. All right. I love this and it's fun, but I can do this somewhere else and make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, once it's not worth it. So put it that way. I don't need to further expand. I think you guys understand, like, some of what's going on out here and the trollish behavior. And people could say I'm a troll because I talk about their channel and even talk about them to a certain degree. Okay, facts, period. Love Noel, I don't know if that's what you were faxing on, but I'm faxing on that at this moment because it was opportune. um okay. But I'm not a troll. I don't go troll your comments. I don't come troll your chat. I don't call you out as a piss poor mommy. I don't crack on, well, I do crack on your dress code sometimes when you're doing clothing hauls. But I don't crack on you that hard. Girl, I don't need to, because you do it all for yourself. So look, this is the deal. Um Jasmine just really needs to get some self-awareness. She really, really does. Um, and then the last thing, I don't know, and maybe I've just missed my alerts. I haven't seen Olivia out here on these YouTube streets. I don't know if the roasting of the weekend, of the roasting of the pregnancy test, the roasting of the ex-boyfriend and company, roasting her. I don't really know. I have no idea. If she's out here, if she's showing up. It's just, Olivia, let me tell you something. You, to some people, maybe you are that bitch. They think you're cool, whatever. Look, at the end of the day, I think you looked in the mirror the other day and you realized how uncool you were. And it's time you take a good rest and get your cool points up. And there's levels of cool, guys. Olivia may not be cool to you, but she's cool to some. But girl, you lost it for a minute, and I'm just going to put it out there as one woman to another. Have a seat, get yourself together, regroup. I'm not even telling you to rebrand. I don't care. Just have a seat for a minute, take a deep breath, catch your air, and figure this shit out before you come back, because you looking sus out here. You you looking sus out here, period. It's just not a good look. It's not looking good on you. And I don't know what you got going on. She might be in her members for all I know. And I don't know, and I don't care. Okay, I really don't. There's there's other stuff to talk about. And these people have given so much content over the years. I could just go back and just like, guys, remember when we talked about this? Isn't this interesting? Let's see what a year ago looked like. Okay. Um, Give me a break. Like, it's okay. We're good. I'm good. But Olivia, really, I would say, in terms of a Three Mommies update, Olivia, you even have people in here either playing Brandon or are Brandon. Okay. At the end of the day, it's just not a good look. You've set yourself up to a place where you are ridiculed, and you have become a joke. You have become the content. And a lot of the reason why some of that happened is because you thought that it was okay to do that. And when you thought it was okay to do that, the people that engaged with you thought it was okay to do that. So you showed them, and they've done it to you. Okay? Period. And Ming went live to rebut to Ming. Jasmine mentioned that Olivia had called her regarding this matter because everything from Vita last year got flagged, which they may or may not be getting paid. I mean, people might be going back to those old videos, and I'm sure they're still getting paid on them. But what you would make on a newer video, it's not that you get paid different. So I don't want to put that out there. But this is the deal. It's People are going to find those videos, you know what I mean, rather than something that's new that just drops, right? So it is what it is. But yeah, Ming was pissed. Ming went live. Uriah was turned up. And it was funny. I don't know if she still has it posted. If it is, go check it out. But when Uriah and Ming come on, I always like to watch because they are funny together. Uriah gets to talking, and Ming is like, be quiet, I'm talking. And he's like, but I'm just saying. They're just funny. They're like such a married couple, and they make me laugh. So I like watching their interaction. See, that's me. That's kind of one of the best ways I can explain why I watch certain things. I like seeing the I like seeing who people are, and as a person. It's not always the storyline for me, it's them. You know what I'm saying? I find Ming and Uriah cute. And cute in like the married couple way. That you can tell that this is a couple that really loves each other, the way their banter with each other. They're into each other. They really are. And it's very cute. I had to play in the background while I was helping my daughter. And see, with this, you can do that because I'm not doing a whole lot of visuals today. And this is more of like a podcast feel. So you can put your headphones on, you can put me down, pick me up. This isn't going anywhere. There's nothing problematic going on. I can't guarantee I didn't hurt nobody's feelings, but at the end of the day, be grown, put your big girl panties on, and let's keep it moving, okay? Because my opinion is my opinion, and I'm going to say what I want to say, and it is what it is. And if you don't like it, that's okay. And if you have a platform, use it. And if you don't, comment down below. And that's it, okay? I've really kind of allowed my energy to be drained to a certain point. So I am now focusing on doing some things that are good for me, good for my soul, good for my brain, um, something to fill me back up. Um, so that's what I'm working on. So that's that. So, for those of you who didn't hear at the beginning, school starts tomorrow. So tomorrow, I'm going to find something from the crates and I might go ahead at the same time put something up that I think is really, really fun and probably juicy to watch, and put that on as a premiere so you guys can still have the chat room. You're not going to miss anything, and it'll be on at the same bat time, same bat channel, and you guys can and that way you won't like miss something for the day and you guys are good. But I'll probably come on later in the day with whatever's new and what's current. You're saying, man, yeah, I think they've been together for a long time. They know each other. You know what I mean? As much as you know someone for 15 years. And that being said, you don't ever finish knowing someone, because people don't even truly know themselves until the very end. You know, they say towards the end you get lots and lots of clarity. Listen to some of the older dolls that are in their 70s and their 80s, of their self-realization and their awareness of who they are and what's real and what to pay attention to. There's not enough positive dialogue around age and wisdom. I definitely challenge you to listen to those who are senior to you and glean a message or two, you know, get something positive, because if you are lucky, you will make it to that age one day. Okay. Some of you have lost your moms very young. Some of you have lost grandmas. Some of you are 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 dealing with having not really been able to have that experience for many different reasons, and it's a blessing every day that you wake up. So girl, you can call me old, you can call me whatever you want. The fact is, look, you're calling, okay? You're more aware of me in some situations than I am of you. So those of you who are haters out here, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It is okay. All right. Guys, I hope that you have an awesome day. That's what my husband told me before he left the house. He said, I want you to have a awesome day. And I'm passing that on to you, that same energy. I hope that you have a awesome day. And we had a sis out here wish us a prosperous day as well. Okay. So yes, all of that and then some. Guys, I will see you. I'll see you sometime tomorrow, and I will have something posted for you guys at 7 sharp. So I might dip in just because I will be getting Farah ready for her first day of school. So don't forget to hit the vlog. I will probably have something special post tomorrow with us in our day, maybe a day in the life of my last year in elementary school child. Okay. And I will have a vlog posting a little bit later today. Okay, guys, have a good one. And I will see you at some point tomorrow. Bye. Welcome back to Love, Lies, and Lace Fronts, where we do reactions, reviews, and commentary on the YouTube channels you love to watch. Guys, are you subscribed to this channel? If you're not, you need to be. Hit your notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a video, when I go live, and drop another video for you. Also, follow me on Instagram. That way you can keep up with what I'm doing, okay? If you enjoy channels like this and commentary, consider becoming a member. Otherwise, guys, Bougie Gang Gang, it's an open thing. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so you can participate in the chats. And I will see you next time I hit that live button. Okay? Take care. Bye. Hey guys, how are you?
You could be doing a supposed to being on my page, bitch, because I ain't got nothing for you nothing ass bitches.
There's something in the